Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. We are excited to be here with you today and super happy to have Jarday Allen and Anacia Bradshaw here. How are you, ladies?
Hi.
Hi. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here.
Well, you can tell what mode I'm in back here, right? Anybody want to see what's going on in my background? I am so excited about the Christmas holiday. And the reason is not just because of presents that's under the tree, but because of his presence in my life. And I'm just excited to be able to celebrate this holiday season. And it's just a good time, right? Isn't it a great time?
Yeah, it is a great time. We're ending 2021. Getting ready and set for 2022. So I'm super excited. I know personally I have a lot of things going on, and I know me and Jarday with our business, we have some things going on. So I'm just super excited for this season, this moment.
Well, I think that the joy that you all bring to the world, clearly you're both very energetic. I went back, I looked at some things on your website. I was like, y'all are some like powerhouses. Y'all are not playing. Y'all here to handle your business. So listen, everybody, we're talking today with Anacia Bradshaw and Jarday Allen. I want to make sure that you let us know where you're visiting in from. And today we're going to be talking about, tell them what we're going to talk about, Anacia, so that we'll have an idea so they can know what kinds of questions to ask.
Yes. So thank you so much, Kim Jacobs, for this opportunity. Jarday Allen, which is my business partner, with a co-founder of In the Moment Financial Services, and we're talking all things finance today. One of the things when you in 2022 or 2021, in any year, in fact, you need to have some things in order. If you're going to go in, most of us want to start the year fresh. We want to start it going right. We want to make sure 2022 is our year, right? Every year we want to make sure it's our year. And in order to do that, there's some things we have to get in order. We have to close out this year. How do you close out this year? Well, you need to make sure that your taxes are in order. You know, if you want to end up next year saying, I'm going to buy a home, I'm going to buy a business, I'm going to do a bunch of different things. Well, we've been there and we've done that, and we've helped so many people along the way. So this is the opportunity. We wanted to kind of give a little Christmas early and give some tips, give some tricks, answer some questions. And Kim, you know you my girl, so we had to hook up your audience. We are going to, at the end of this, share with them how they can have free consultations with us this year to get ready for next year.
And you know, during the holiday season, people get so crazy, so busy. They do not be offering no free nothing at that point.
Free nothing.
Free nothing. But Anacia and Jarday are offering free consultations for you all. You definitely don't want to miss the opportunity to take advantage of that. So let me introduce them formally. Right after this commercial break, I'll give a formal introduction, and then we're going to deep dive into this. Get your questions ready. Ask. Do not get off of this broadcast during this hour with any questions still lingering in your heart. I was writing some down when you were just saying what you said. I was like, oh, that's a good. All right. So right after this commercial break, we'll be right back and learn more from our special guest today. Wow.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, and we are back. And listen, I'm trying to tag people that I know are business owners because some people that would be very interested in hearing what has to be shared today as they're called bringing their closure to their end of their business year as well. So make sure you all tag about 10 or so of your friends and invite them to be a part of today's discussion. They are the co-founders of. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's funny because one of our Dr. Hill, I'm actually on my show right now. So I have to call back. That's funny because I'm actually live right now and we're talking today about taxes, credit, and so forth. So I'll call you back right after the show, okay? Okay. All right. Bye-bye. She said, actually, we need to talk about a topic that you need to have. She's our expert, our credit repair expert on the Kim Jacobs show as well. So, all right, listen, they are the co-founders of a one-stop shop called In the Moment Financial Services. One of your devices must still be up to volume because I can hear the feedback. They are the co-founders of one-stop shop called In the Moment Financial Services, which offers personal and business tax preparation, credit restoration, bookkeeping, business consulting, and LLC formation. This is all important stuff, y'all. To name just a few, these are just a few of the things, okay? They have successfully invested in real estate, rental, and commercial property, and they have mentored over 150 people nationwide on their mission. And their mission is to work closely with individuals and small businesses to produce minority entrepreneurs, as well as coach them in building generational wealth. Wow, to say the least. Welcome to the founders of In the Moment 101 right here and living live in color, literally. So Jarday, talk to us and tell us what role you play in the organization.
Sure. So, first of all, so happy to be here, and thank you very, very much. Honored to be here and be before your audience. So, a little bit about me and the role I play. I am the tax expert in the Moment Financial Services. So I primarily deal with the actual preparation of the taxes, but more importantly, the strategy behind it. So what we find is that a lot of our clients are so used to just getting their taxes done to check something off the list, but there's not actually a strategy behind it. So that's where I come into play. I actually offer our clients strategy as they head into the next year, which is typically services that accountants will provide you, or people that have businesses and they're connected with people that manage their finances, or you get it right at In the Moment Financial Services, even for your personal taxes. So that's what I do.
That's some good stuff. You know, all kinds of questions are popping through my head as well. So I know throughout the broadcast, I'm going to ask a lot of them. So one question already comes to mind is, so you don't recommend that people wait until tax time? You know how it is, like that block of time to do your taxes? Either of you can unmute yourself and just talk. So, because we're going to have a lot of questions during this broadcast.
Yeah, I can answer that. So the direct answer is no, for many reasons. So typically, you wouldn't want to wait till last minute, just in general. But now the climate that we're in with COVID and just having new administration in the White House, everything going on with the IRS being backed up, all these different variables that are playing a force in you getting your taxes done is even more urgent than it was before. So no, you don't want to wait till next year to get in front of a tax professional for two reasons. One is because you may be thinking you only need a few documents. Maybe you typically just have a W-2. But essentially, this year, so many other things have happened. So this year, you might actually need more forms than just your W-2. And you want to already be aware of that and already have talked to a tax professional before you get into next year so that you can start preparing for and looking out for those documents. The second reason is because, especially to my small business owners or my self-employed individuals, my 1099 individuals, any write-offs or any deductions that you're planning on taking on your taxes have to happen before December 31st, and they need to be strategic. So you can't just, say, oh my goodness, I want to write off a gas bill. No, the writing off that you're doing needs to be strategic. And the only way you can have that strategy is by connecting with a tax professional, such as myself, before the end of the year. So our calendars are officially open for tax consultations.
Wow. Let me ask another question on that vein. And by all means, speak on your own behalf, studio audience. I'm just asking some questions here. So is there like a checklist or something that, which I know I've researched before, and there are plenty of checklists out there, but they're all, in my opinion, very confusing. When you got one saying one thing, another one saying another thing, it's like, okay, what can you really do? Is there a checklist that you recommend that people go to if they're a business owner
Yes. So
to see
there
what they can
are
write off? That's what I'm saying.
there's definitely checklists. However, the dynamic has changed so much this year. So a typical tax checklist that you would typically use for a hairstylist or a credit specialist or a truck driver has changed so much because there's so many different advantages that came with COVID-19. So COVID-19 introduced all these additional tax deductions that you can take. So that list doesn't look the way it normally looks. So that's why we're very passionate, we're very energetic, and we're even taking the time today to be in front of your audience because we want people to get in front of this and not find out on the back end in January when it's too late to take those deductions. So yes, there's a checklist, and by hopping on a tax consultation with us, we'll actually provide a personal checklist for you instead of just a general checklist, and that's very important.
I have my go ahead, Anisha. I have
sorry.
my whole mouth open. Just I'm like,
Yes, I think this is the part. I'm gonna be honest with you, Kim. This is why I fell in love with Jarday when we partnered up and everything like that. Because literally, I'm being honest, she was my tax preparer. I started my journey. I was just, doing my side hustle, kind of thing. When you first get started with something and everything like that. And I looked and I said, I've never seen someone get me so much money back. And I was a business owner. I was afraid. So, this is what I was like, well, listen, we wanted to have a one-stop shop where we help everybody from wanting to see, like, how can you start your business?
right.
So whether it's you need an LLC, an EIN number, whatever it is that you needed, to saying like, wait, I wanted to scale my business. I need to know what to do and I need strategy, because what we were missing was strategy in many areas. And so we decided to say, what are those holes? What are those areas? And how can we help those minority entrepreneurs, go from a small business to a big business, and so we decided to make it a one-stop shop. And the best part, when we started, every year we try to revamp, we want to get better. And so one of the meetings that Jarday and I had, just to kind of give you a little back history, we decided that we wanted to really help the small business entrepreneur because it isn't a big market out there for us, right? We're kind of left on our own, or YouTubing, like you said, or trying to find these checklists, and we're like the Home Alone kid, right? We're like,
right.
So I really wanted to, put myself in a position and a place that, was going to allow us, when we're on a consultation, to say, you know what, this is what you need. This is what is going to, all the questions. We just did a free webinar to all our small. We're going to do it one more time as a gift, and we'll let you guys know when that is as well, to just really go over those questions. Because Kim, she said COVID-19, everybody knows COVID-19 is like this big word where it feels like a whole black cloud. But we have so many. First of all, the tax laws were changing every year anyway. And now we're like, it's in the favor of entrepreneurs, in the favor of the business owners. And most business owners aren't taking advantage of it because they're so scared to file tax. They're so scared and trying to figure these things out. And so that's why we've been offering these one-on-one consultations to really make sure that you don't have to second guess. And the reason why you want to start doing it now is because, like she said, she can help you. We can help you. And the moment can help you with that before the end of the year is December 6th. And as long as we're not waiting until the 31st, we can say, hey, you might want to take advantage of this. Did you get this right? Did you get these things? And you won't know unless they can go to our website. If we're allowed to just share the website, I want them to go on. I want them to book those free tax consultations, because that's what's going to get you prepared, instead of saying, Dag, I wish I would have known. Everything we need to do to take advantage to get prepared for next year when you get all your paperwork has to happen now, is if it hasn't happened already. So that is one of the biggest things that you can do. You can call us and let us know you want to book a free consultation with us. The number is right there, 610-222-6150. Or you can go straight to the website that you have up there, www.inthemoment101.com. It's super crucial. We can't mess this thing up. And this is why we're out here doing it, because if we wait, we can mess up, we can lose. What most people don't know is that if you've taken Cash App, if you've taken Venmo, if you try crypto, all these new things that they weren't really looking for and now they are looking for, are out here, and most people don't know what to do.
That's
and we're
good.
here with it.
Well, okay, I'm going to pull you back in, Jarday, right after this commercial break. Andrea says go get your free tax consultation, and the website is In the Moment 101, the number 101.com. For all of you podcast listeners as well, is In the Moment 101.com. Okay, so right after this commercial break, we're going to come back and we're going to even have further insight from Enacia and Jarday immediately following this commercial break, and I'll put you back on the screen, Jarday. Okay. All right, everybody. We'll be right back.
My father had 4 of his fingers amputated in a workplace accident. It was the first injured individual I represented, and I knew I had to win that case. When someone walks into my office and they've been injured, I know what they're going through. If you've been injured at work with Hunter and Everett. We've got the experience, so let us help you.
All right, everyone. I'm going to pull you back up here and hold you to a higher esteem than myself. Okay. Very glad to have you all here with us today. We're talking with Enacia Bradshaw and Jarday Allen, and they are the founders and owners of In the Moment 101. So I want to make sure that I look here and see some of the studio audience comments. I got to put these glasses on for that.
You look cute. The glasses mention the
my background,
spirit.
right?
Yeah.
My son, oh my gosh, I've had my children helping me do all kinds of stuff with decorating for the holidays, and my 20-year-old son helped me with this. So he was like, Mom, I mean, I'm constantly pricking myself and sticking myself, but it makes you happy. I'll do it, no problem. I'm
excellent
like,
job, son. Excellent job.
I told you this is good. This is what I'm looking for. And then my Christmas tree is up. I'm excited about that. Okay, so listen, let's go to some of the studio audience comments. And better yet, let me put this link here in case anybody wants to click right on the screen to pop on and ask a direct question. Or if you want to inbox message me, call me on my inbox messenger. I'll answer and put you on speaker for you to be able to ask your questions directly. I see you, Mom. Good morning to you. How are you? Yes,
Hey,
Jarday.
Kim, I just had a quick technical difficulty. Do you mind letting me back in? I had to switch devices.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, let me pull you off here and pull you back on here and switch back here. And that is the voila, the lovely magic. I guess it's not really magic, but it's because I don't even believe in a bunch of magic. So I believe in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But anyway, this is just the beauty of virtual television. How about that?
Yes.
Virtual online programming. So I see you, Mom, and thank you so much for being here. Andrea, I appreciate you being here today and keeping us up to date as well. And anybody that have any tax questions, any kind of tax preparation questions, any kind of questions pertaining to any of the things that In the Moment Financial Services is offering, please go ahead and type them in. I wanted to find out, tell us about yourselves individually, because we didn't really even talk about you, Jarday. Tell us who you are and where you come from, and it's just some basic stuff that we need to know about you getting ready to hand out taxes and stuff, you know? And then we'll find out from you, Enacia.
All right, so sure, a little bit about me. I'm glad you actually connected about me to taxes, because I think that's very, very important when you're dealing with a tax professional. One of the first questions I typically ask my clients is, what brought you to me? And a lot of times what you hear is that, oh, my other person is not responsive. I don't really know, their code of ethics. I'm not really sure if they did something, unethical with my taxes. All those kind of things that go through a person's mind when they're handing over their finances or their social security number. So for me, I'm very, very transparent on my social media page. I like people to know who I am, who my dog is, who my husband is, what part of the town I stay in, because I'm dealing with something very, very personal to you, and I get that. So a little bit about me, just in short, I am 2 years full-time entrepreneur. I was in corporate America for about 12 years or so, born and raised in Philadelphia. And 2 years ago, I decided to step away from my corporate job and to pursue something on my own. There are plenty of reasons that went into that, but for the sake of time, my primary purpose was to be able to empower and educate small business owners that were stepping into the space. We're in this new realm where everyone is an entrepreneur, everyone does something on the side, everyone is looking for additional streams of income, but there's no education from our culture behind the scenes on how to actually build that so that someone can't take that away from you. So that's what I became passionate about, and that's what I started building. Started with taxes, and as you mentioned, we now offer all these other things. My home life, I am married. My husband and I, we just celebrated 5 years or 7 years married. One of those, something. 2014. So yeah, 7 years married, and 5 years together before that. I have a dog. He's a 100-pound bulldog. His name is Zeus.
What's his name?
Zeus. Zeus.
Oh, Zeus. Okay, because I'm looking at all these photos of yours.
Yep. So he takes a ton of my time, and then on the side, some other things that I enjoy doing. I love investing in real estate. That's my secondary form of income, as well as I love planning events. That's what I do.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm trying to see all of these. I don't see your dog. I'm looking at all these photos of you.
On my Instagram.
I'm on Facebook. I see a bunch of stuff on Facebook.
But you'll see him in there.
He's in
That's
there
my
somewhere,
dog
I'm sure. It's like
nephew.
1,000
He
pictures.
is-
You're right. You are transparent. You do not be playing. You
Yeah.
put everything.
I don't know where I'm at.
You know what? That's really important. I'm grateful that you're saying that, because when you're coming in and you're meeting somebody for the first time, you're like, I don't know you. What are you going to do with my information? Is this going to be identity theft? A lot of concerns and questions come up in your mind when you're getting ready to give people your Social Security number.
Nowadays.
Yeah, for sure. So this I see here. Let me put this picture up. This is what I found.
You just gonna pick random pictures?
That's you and your husband.
That's hobby, yes.
I see that hand on that hip lean back with your toes pointed out. I was like, you ain't playing. You like, we get ready to rock and roll here. And you could tell he's like the perfect husband for you, because he going with it. Look how he got his hand in his pocket. He like, that's how you want to roll? Then that's how we gonna be, boo. That's so awesome. So awesome. Well, listen, we're so glad to have you here, Jarday, and really glad that you're opening up about your background some and what got you interested in this field. Anisha, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself as well?
Absolutely. I don't know. Jarday, I'm always amazed at her story. A lot of people, the funny story is, and I'll keep it short because she knows that I can get long-winded about our relationship. But the funny thing is, we both met in corporate America because we were the top of the top, and we were to be celebrated. And the funny thing is, we were top in our areas. So we met at Enterprise, and we were doing rental car at the time, and she went one direction. I went into car sales. We went in different directions, but we really only met one time at our journey there in corporate America. So a lot of people think that this history is built on something. And I think that part of the story is so important because we built it on really what the Lord said. We kind of built this on, it's like, all right, Lord, we both have a knack for really wanting to help people. We were both referring people to one another because we trusted each other, with our clients, and then we merged forces. And In the Moment has been Jarday's baby, and In the Moment Financial Service became our thing, and we really kind of ran with it to help. And I'm so thankful and grateful for Jarday as well, because the people we've been able to help and impact their lives is because we decided to not look for the typical relationship where we're like, oh, we're BFFs and we got to make this work in order to do this thing. I often tell her, I'm like, listen, I know you married, but we married now, this is our baby and this is what we're doing. And so with me starting my journey, much like her, I left corporate America and was able to help people with their credit. And that speaks to me. That's my passion, because I remember going from place to place trying to help people help me with my credit, because I knew there was more out there. Is more, as you start adulting, you want to, have the home and have the cars, but a lot of that stuff played a part. If your credit isn't together, that wasn't happening from you. And so a lot of people, if you know me and you've seen any of my interviews or the book that we were in, Kim, or anything like that, you know that I went from Section 8 to commercial real estate. And so you're not just talking to people who say, I'm great at this. we're living that life. You know, I'm
That's
living
right.
a lifestyle of saying, you know what, I was able to buy a home, you know, during a pandemic, only had to put $700 down on a 6-figure house. You know,
Wow.
people are living a life. You know, I'm really proud of Jarday, because as we pride ourselves in helping a small business entrepreneur, Jarday didn't do herself justice. Jarday has, how many properties do you have in this last year? I'm sorry, Jarday.
We have 7 tenants now.
Okay, I can't even keep up. And you know, on top of still this week, still doing more. She's literally started everything from Turo to, you know, she's one of them people that's going to get out there and jump. And one of the things, and why I bring this up and what we do, and I know I'm probably supposed to be talking about me, but I can't talk about me without talking about Jarday, because it plays a really integral part of who I've become and pushing on this, from even being a homeowner to everything else, because of she naturally has that push. So the reason why I say that is because our one-stop shop has really become a passion of ours, like not just because we live it, but be able to help so many people. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said, we help people start their LLC. We had to do that journey too. We had to do an LLC, EIN, you know, all these different things we were trying to figure out. How do you merge credit and taxes, to not just doing that, to the same, okay, there's bookkeeping we realized that was needed for the small business entrepreneur, you know, guidance, just business consultations, period, to say, okay, you have a t-shirt business. Okay, you're doing something with network marketing, but how do you take it to the next level, to even saying, okay, now that you've taken it to the next level, I need you to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Strategy is the word, is the key word. If we had a key word, it would be strategy across the board. Even when it comes to your credit, when it comes from your personal and building your business credit, they're not the same. Strategy is required, and that's what we pride ourselves on, is giving people we are no longer holding this information. It's free information out there. And Jarday and I decided that we're not holding what we learn. We're saying let's network and connect so that what you're doing can help so many other people. But we can't teach that to you guys unless you come with us on these free consultations, because that's the stuff that's going to get you to go. It's like having your ingredients, right? Everybody who wants a cookie that's just baked and sliced, well, you can have this thing from scratch and then take it to the next level.
Girl, you could do some work. Wait. Now you done touched on something. Them slice and bakes don't play now, Anisha, because you can work.
Listen, slice and bakes can get you, but so far it's them front made from scratch grandma's recipes passed down that wasn't passed down to us, which is going to get you to the next level.
I do agree with you, but you're talking to a connoisseur, a cookie connoisseur, and I like hot chocolate chip baked cookies right out the oven, right? So I do make some from scratch from time to time, and they did like, oh, so delicious. But I don't always feel like going to get the margarine, the butter. So I'll go to the store and get some slice and bakes, right? And then I kind of like embellish and put some extra stuff on there, some Ghirardelli chocolate chip. I know this ain't got nothing to do with no taxes and no credit, but I'm gonna tell you right now, by the time I get done doctoring that thing up, woo, that's some good stuff right there. That's some good stuff. Anyway. So I'm not your average cookie dough girl. I know how to doctor it up.
Right. But most people, when you're talking about the average, most people are going to the average big box tax office. They're going to all the free, sites that's out there saying, hey, you can do this for free and you can do that for free. And it's a reason why free isn't always the best.
Yeah, Pamela agrees with you. She said, look, yes, please do it from scratch. Pamela, like, come on, do the thing from scratch. Laugh out loud, Andrea says. That's funny. Listen, so I agree with you that going sometimes to just the big ticket item kind of places, the cookie cutter kind of situations, you're going to just get in there and you get the process. You
can't add all those embellishments when you're going through a free ad. And they're telling you, all right, answer this question, yes or no. Answer this, yes or no. You can't really get into those embellishments. And that's where I think Jarday and myself as a tax professional, we're able to be like, that if you add this embellishment, if you add this little spice right here, if you do a little bit of this.
Right. So it's a bunch of a la carte. It's like, here, this is going to be what we're going to give you so that we can customize it to you, to your experience. I love it. I love it. Okay, so now you say you serve clients nationwide. That's so anybody in the United States can come and you do this virtual. How do you talk to us about that?
Yes. So I'm going to answer that question and slide from what you guys were just talking about, because we hit on an important part. So yes, we service clients nationwide virtually in all 50 states. You just go right to our website, which you guys see in the chat. You book your virtual appointment and we hop on a Zoom. We do have an office, a brick and mortar right in West Philadelphia that as of January will be open for in-person consultations. A lot of people like to do in-person, especially if they've never met you before, and I completely understand that. So we do service all 50 states. But let me just slide really quickly back to the free. So yes, let me not mention names. There's some tax companies that offer free services.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Disclaimer. I don't have my person to help me backstage. The disclaimer is the opinions of the guests do not always reflect that of the actual show host. So I don't have my disclaimer comment up.
But y'all know what she was trying to say.
Okay, go ahead.
There's a lot of companies out there that offer you free services or that offer you just come right in, we'll get it done in and out, right? The reality is, think about why we pay taxes. We pay taxes because we're paying money to the government. So what incentive would the government have to offer you a free service? The incentive is that if you do DIY or do it yourself, you're not going to be paying the right amount, like, you're going to be getting less money in your refund because you're doing things on your own, versus if you connect with a tax professional, the government knows if you pay somebody to do your taxes, you're going to have a higher expectation and we're going to have to pay out more money. So they have a huge incentive to put free in front of you because it benefits them for you to do things on your own. I'm going to say that one more time. It benefits the government for you to do things on your own and to not connect with a professional.
It benefits the government. I'm typing what you're saying. To do things on your own.
And to not connect with a professional. Because they know we're going to dig in and we're going to grab all that money.
I was a victim. I promise you, I was a victim of that. I didn't know anything about taxes. I'm like, yeah, I just give my paperwork to someone and I get whatever I get back. I was not concerned beforehand. And this is even me as a business owner. I'm saying this, when I started and I was 1099 and network marketing, I was like, hey, listen, just do what we do. Show me. I know I'm going to owe something. I have my own business, but I really didn't know that it was in favor for me. And a lot of people get disconnected and they miss out on so many opportunities because they're not connected with a tax professional. And I don't mean a person who's been doing taxes from home for the last couple of whatever. And now, because that messed me up too. I know Jarday shared a story before as well, where we had, cousin whoever doing taxes. And you're like, how did I get this credit back? And I usually don't get this credit back. And then I'll come to find out you start owing IRS because that really wasn't what you were supposed to have.
Okay, yeah, this is going to be a good place right here for us to transition to the IRS right after this commercial break. I want us to talk about the IRS, owing the IRS, getting your money back from the IRS. How do you get your money back in a timely manner? I don't know, just put a bunch of questions out there, but we all want to know some answers to some stuff regarding the IRS, Internal Revenue Service. Everybody know what IRS stands for. You may not know what LOL and all of those different abbreviations, but everybody know what IRS stands for. So Internal Revenue Service. Make sure that right after this commercial break, you stay tuned, and we're going to be hearing from Enacia and Jarday even further. First of all, you all are sharing such a valuable information already, and I appreciate you all being here. But we're going to come back and hear more right after this break.
It's not just another day. It's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to tag as many people, because when people are watching the show, sometimes people can watch it right at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is when we come on. And other times people watch it when they get off work. So whenever you watch it, this show is available to you, and it's original show content for you to be able to benefit and be able to bring better balance to your life. So what better way to bring more balance to your life than to learn how to balance your taxes and your credit and your financial services, and being able to know what the deadlines are, which we're going to go back over that again for those that just joined. Because if you're a small business owner, according to what Jarday is sharing, you're supposed to do something. Say it one more time, by December 31st. Say it again.
Oh, I was saying you want to connect with a tax professional so we can strategize before the end of the year to make sure we're taking the right write-offs. They have to happen before December 31st.
So the tax write-offs, y'all, and y'all may know this. I don't know if y'all know this or not. Don't be judging me. Don't worry about me. You worry about you and your taxes. I'm trying to figure this thing out too, called life. Okay.
Chris, a lot of people don't know. That's why we're here. A lot of people come to us and they're like, if only I would have known. So today is everyone's sign that they've been looking for.
And
now
this is
you
like,
know.
You know how you go to something, you be like, it's too good to be true, y'all. Okay, this is too good to be true, and it is true. So, okay, don't think it's too good to be true. No, it is true, and take advantage of it. Don't get so booked over there that y'all can't help me though. You be like, Kim, I'm sorry, we don't have any space.
Though,
like,
Kim,
the devil is a liar.
This is why we offer the pre-booking. The pre-booking is so important because the pre-booking is for all those business owners that are saying, I'm super serious about making sure that I can maximize, all my deductions and everything like that. So that way I know what I'm getting into. And one thing I did want to share with your audience and why we're doing what we're doing and why we're so focused on, we're focused on everybody as an individual. Why we're focused on that small business entrepreneur is because a lot of the small business entrepreneurs, if you ever find out that you want to get some money, you're trying to do anything, your tax forms are going to be one of the biggest things in question. And if you take too many losses, you might not be getting a home and the car, everything that you're looking forward to doing and building that credit and, being able to have access to this. If your tax forms are on point and in right, guess what? You might open yourselves to a lot of different things, a lot of different money that's available to you out here. And most people don't know that it starts with your tax forms. It starts with your tax documents.
This is a show right here that you just need to start any kind of watch party you need to this evening and share it with every small business owner you know. And I'm telling you, this is a game changer. So make sure that you all do take advantage of that. That's in the virtual studio audience here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Okay, so Internal Revenue Service.
I know everybody's scared. I don't know. We don't
I don't know.
Nobody else. We're going to give y'all good advice, though.
Good
advice
like,
to the IRS.
The IRS should be our friend, right? If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, I don't understand why it's like the IRS. It's like, okay, if I owe something, tell me, and I just pay it because I need to put a payment plan.
Let me start with one huge thing that's going to help y'all out a lot, and then Jardé can kind of, I know this is her world, but one huge piece of advice that and what you probably don't know that you should know, especially if this is your first year, second year, you haven't had people doing it, is that one thing is don't get scared because you have a business. Get happy. That's one thing. Most people run, they're like taxes, business, the opposite direction. No, get happy. One is going to require you to do your taxes one time. It's not two separate taxes. So your personal and your business, they're going to need to be done together. I'll let Jardé tell you why and all the good nuggets that you can get from that. But just know that now you're not going to have a whole bunch of different separate things happening. It's actually going to benefit you, and it's going to benefit you to do it together. Especially those, Jardé, if you can share with them, the business owners that are still working and still doing this thing as a side hustle. Before we get into the people that are just doing it, full-time entrepreneur. If you're still working and you are still, you started your business, Jardé, I'll let you take it away.
This is good. Go ahead, Jardé. I'm like, I should have got me some popcorn today. I'm like,
so yes, if you are still working and you are in any form of self-employment, it actually benefits you when you file them together. You have to file them together, but having a business is actually going to be very helpful to you, especially if you're in the first beginning stages of your business where you're spending more money on your business than you're actually bringing in. So some of those expenses are what's called a loss, and that loss then carries over to your refund number. Now, granted, it's not dollar for dollar, so it's not like if you spent $5,000, all of a sudden you get an extra $5,000 in your refund. However, when you take a loss on your business, again, meaning you spent more than you made, and you're working, meaning you have a W-2 form, it dramatically increases your refund amount. So we're able, again, you want to be connected with a tax professional to make sure that you're accurately reporting information and that you're not getting caught up on something later. One thing that I did want to touch on that I think is very important is this about the mindset behind taxes. So for so long, especially if you're a working employee, you're taught and you see on your paycheck that taxes are bad. right? You have your gross amount that you make and your net amount. And so anything you know about taxes is negative, 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 negative. Because that's how we were brought up. It's the reality for so many of us. Taxes are a very bad thing, okay? However, the tax code was never, ever, ever written for employees. It was never written to benefit the everyday person. It was never meant to benefit you and I. It was never meant that way, which is why it's negative. It was written to benefit business owners. The tax code was written to benefit business owners. But here's the catch. We, us brown people, us melanated people, us minority people, were never meant to become business owners. And now that we are, we're now a part of this system that was written and designed to benefit business owners. We're now business owners. What does that mean? We have to change our outlook on taxes. Taxes is no longer a bad thing for us like it was when you were clocking in and out. And that's okay to clock in and out. But in that sense, yes, taxes is negative. As a business owner, dealing with the IRS and having a tax professional is a very, very positive, lucrative, profitable, and you name it thing. But you need to be connected to someone that's guiding you correctly.
Okay, so what if y'all end up getting so many clients that you have to open up a new location or something now?
So we're excited about that, which is why we have a team of people who assist us. I don't physically touch tax returns, neither does Nisha. We have a team of people that are excited to assist our clients.
I'm going to go to that team. Where is that team? Let me, About Us. Is that where it is? Yes, that team right there.
Our team is ever growing, ever growing.
Hold on, I'm going to go right over to your page right now.
All the team.
The whole team right here, y'all. There is the in the moment team.
That is
Talk to us about your team. Tell us about your team.
So we really couldn't do this if we didn't have a team behind us, if we didn't have someone handling the social media portion of it. So although you see our faces, don't get me wrong, we are very, very involved in everything. We do the consultations. You will definitely be meeting with us. But we can't do without a team because we have grown so much. Like Jarday shared with us, we started, from our homes as we were building this as side hustles, to merging into that beautiful office you see there that is located in West Philadelphia. But we wanted to find people that were equally passionate about helping the community, helping the minority entrepreneur, and really coaching them throughout the process. So everybody that we actually brought on our team, starting from last year, even to this year, are people who were entrepreneurs themselves, who experienced it and will be able to guide somebody. So we like the people who can walk the walk and talk the talk.
I love it. I'm still tagging people. This right here is, I'm thinking of one gentleman, he actually does a small business system. I can think of so many people that I can connect you all with some kind of way, or connect them to you, or tell you about them and you reach out. This is just some good stuff. So, okay, this is incredible. In the Moment is who we're talking with, the founders, Anisha and Jarday, here on the Kim Jacobs Show today. When we come back from this commercial break, I want to find out, why do people's taxes get held up when they get a refund? I mean, these are just some questions I know. I'm like, where the money? Now, you done did the work, you did it on time, you went in, you were accountable, you did all that, and then I'm serious. One time it was like, somebody said 20 weeks. I was like, wait, where that money? And then
why is that all?
Why are some people not getting stimulus checks? Stimulus checks, some people get stimulus checks, other people don't. Oh, this stuff right here. I want to know some answers. Well, I got y'all here. I'm gonna ask everything I can think of. Okay, so right after this commercial break, y'all can ask your own questions in the studio audience, and I'll be happy to pull them up. I won't disregard you. So go ahead and ask your questions as well. All right, everybody. Listen, right after this commercial break, we will return.
When someone has lost a loved one, they want to know what exactly happened. They want to know, is the other person going to be held responsible? And they want closure. At Hunter and Everett, we help clients that have lost a loved one move on, and to do that with dignity and respect that they deserve.
All right, everyone, we are back. And actually, I'm going to share with you one more commercial that I want you to be aware of. Talking about being certified in all 50 states, this is a funeral home that is located in the Concord, North Carolina area. But guess what? They're certified in all 50 states. And their phone number is 704-782-3011. And unfortunately, it's so many deaths that have been happening across the land. Over 700 some thousand people have passed away just due to COVID complications alone. And so I know that this is an industry that people really have a lot of questions. Please make sure that you know that Mr. Terry Lamb has over 28 years of experience as a veteran. Him and his team are eager to serve you all, and they'll teach you what you can expect, your immediate needs, and even some funeral pre-planning. So give them a call today and let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. 704-782-3011. All right, so we are talking with Anisha and Jarday. Y'all are doing a phenomenal job answering our questions. So thank you all. I should say my questions. Let me go to the studio audience. Like, look, laugh out loud. Yes, I totally agree. Yes, true. I'm like, y'all like, get over here, Kim, and look at us. And what we're saying over here too. My mom said this is great information. Thank you so much, ladies. Let's see some other people. Andrea said this is good information that I never knew. Andrea, please make sure you tag some folk and let them know that this is information. We did not know this information. It's like, y'all, when you come into the knowledge of the truth, you have to walk therein. And Anisha and Jarday are bringing us into the knowledge of the truth, especially as African Americans. I mean, whoever's watching, great. But I'm excited and I'm grateful, first of all, for everyone that watches the show. So this is not just a minority program, but I can tell you what, the minorities need to be educated, and this is a vehicle to do that. And I'm grateful for it. So go ahead.
I was just going to say, when you hit on that African American, can I just talk some culture stuff for a moment?
Yes, talk whatever. You got Jesus Christ, culture, everything.
This is deep rooted in why we started what we are doing, but B, why it's so important. So, like I said, we're in a world right now where being an entrepreneur, having your own business is commonplace. And that's amazing. That's amazing. That gets me excited because I think about where we came from, right? So that's amazing that that's normal. Our nephews, nieces, daughters, and sons are going to grow up knowing that Black business owners is a very normal thing.
Girl,
it's not new, right?
You preaching, Jarday.
However, all of that can be taken away. Right, and that is what a concern is. We're evolving, right? We're coming to this place where there's generational wealth, there's all these things, but behind the scenes, if the foundation isn't right, and we can go a whole nother direction with that, you already know. But right now we're talking finances. But if the foundation isn't right, if your books are not in order, if your taxes are not in order, if your credit is off the scale, taboo somewhere, right? You have all these collections, all this stuff, all this generational wealth, all these business owners, it can be taken away from us. Yes. And it's important. It's so, like, this is deep rooted down in my soul, and I know it's in the nations as well, that we protect that. And so for so long, we said, oh, we didn't have access to information. We didn't know about this. And that's true. We didn't have access to this information, but now we do. Now we do. There's never been a time where this information was right at your fingertips the way it is. And it's up to us to protect what our ancestors worked so hard to get us to this place. It's up to us to protect it. We have to be responsible with what has been given to us. It's not just about going online and selling a t-shirt. You have to be responsible with that creative gift that God gave you, and you need to have your finances.
Girl, you say that in a staff meeting. I know the whole team like that.
I'm not playing. We owe it to
they going
to be responsible with what has been given to us. Yeah, our finances in order, and you have people on the line right now that are telling you not only will they talk to you and help you get your finances in order, but we'll do it for free for the consultation to get you started. Come on now.
Wow. Do you all have any questions yourselves? Make sure you go ahead and ask them. And talk to me about what is causing people's tax refunds to be held up.
That they don't have me and Anisha working at the IRS?
They don't have what?
Me and Anisha working at the IRS. That's what's causing them to be held up. We on the wrong side. We pushing them through. But on the other side.
I gotta put my disclaimer on here messing with y'all. Disclaimer. I don't normally I have a team working backstage, and today is the only day I haven't had a team backstage.
I'll tell you this. One of the first things that are holding it up is that when people try to do their taxes on their own, especially when it involves business taxes and anything else, they don't know all the background it goes into. They fill out a form, they answer these questions, and they really don't know what's going into, or they don't think they're going to get caught doing something that they're not supposed to be doing. You know, it's so many different small facets. So I have to start with the people themselves are holding their stuff back. One, everybody likes to wait until the last minute. That's the worst thing you can do.
When should people do their taxes? When should people do their taxes?
The minute that they get all of their documents, and they need to have all of them. That's very, very, very important, because if you file your taxes and another document comes in the mail 20 days later, 30 days later, we're all screwed up. Now you have to pay for an amendment. So that's why it's very important to hop on a consultation now, so I can give you a checklist and say, hey, these are the 10 documents you should be waiting for. Do not start your taxes until you get these 10 documents based off of the information that you told me. That's very important. That's another reason that refunds are being held up, because so many people had to submit amendments because, for example, last year they had unemployment. They got a stimulus check. They did this. And so they got all excited when they got their W-2 and filed, and boom, another form came.
I had to file. I know. I mean, that did. Well, I probably
it happens to all of us. It happens to me.
But I had to file an amended tax return, and I was like, "Oh man, I forgot my whole person. I forgot a whole individual."
But that's why we do the consultations. I can't stress the consultations enough, especially the pre-booking, meaning that you can start doing it before tax season even opens up, because everybody likes to wait until tax season open up, and then they're like, oh, I can't get an appointment with y'all until, you know, whatever, because we're still expanding our team and everything, but we can help but so many people. So I want people to start the pre-booking process, because if you start doing your consultation and you book your consultation, you can put the website back up and everything. The reason why we're urging that is because we will tell you, even when you're not thinking about it, it is our job, Jarday and I's job, my job, to be able to say, hey, I know you're not thinking about this, but you said and you mentioned this. And one of the things that I shared with you guys before is that if you're new to anything, make sure you know it's going to be new to your taxes too. So this is when you forget about forms, because you're not used to it. I don't care if you got health insurance for the first time. Right. I don't care if this is your first time working from home. I don't care if it's your first time doing anything. You absolutely want to make sure that that does not go missing, because you're like, well, I'm not used to getting that form, and now it's amended, now it's pushed back, and now you're like, I haven't received my refund, and we did everything earlier in the year, you know. So these are the things that you need to be strategic about, is knowing what forms are coming, because like I said, these years have changed. Not only is it COVID-19, but a lot of people applied for the SBAs, and a lot of people have done, you know, the Venmos, the Cash Apps, the crypto, you know, they might have sold a property. A lot of people bought property, all these different things. And if you're not knowing that all these things come into play, because you're like, I never sold a property before, I never bought a property before, you won't know. But you can't say you don't know when you have people like us who aren't just checking off different boxes for you, but we're saying like, hey, you told me X, Y, and Z. I'm going to make sure we get all these things done and in place. And then that's when you not just see your stuff happen to go through, because you don't have the amendments and everything like that, but also seeing the biggest refunds of your lives, you know, really being able to educate yourself and say, wait, I need to take my business to the next level. I'm able to do that because now you can strategize how to properly use the refund, how to build that business credit, how do you build that personal credit, how can you then buy property. Me and Jarday own that building, and we don't pay mortgage on that building. We have it set up where we're getting paid from it. So we want to teach these things that people aren't really thinking about when you think of taxes, which is why we're like, you're not thinking about your credit. When you do your tax form, that determines or not if you're going to be able to get a property to live in for you and your family this year, you know, what you're going to be able to do. And these are the maneuvers that we can help with if you talk to us. So please, please, please book those free consultations, taxes, credit, whether you need to start if you didn't start a business this year, you might want to think about starting it before the end of the year so you can recoup some benefits, since you know that Jarday just spoke about how it's in favor, these tax laws are in favor of the business owners. Maybe you're like, should I become a business owner now or should I wait until January? There might be some benefits to this, but you won't know if you did not book that free consultation at www.inthemoment101.com.
Wow. Okay, you know what? This hour went by so quick, as you can see. Didn't it go by fast?
It did.
Oh my gosh. So, okay. Y'all can definitely feel free. I'm probably going to add the two of you, if you don't mind, to our expert list. We have Freestyle Friday experts that come on Friday, and they'll share like 3 minutes worth of tips or 5 minutes worth of tips.
Nice.
So, and that happens every Friday. We just
Nice.
bring on some of the experts, but we have about 20 or so experts that share their expertise. And I would love for you guys to come and join us on our Freestyle
Aw.
Friday panel.
It'll be our pleasure.
And you know,
Yes.
either of you, it doesn't matter, or both of you, or whatever way you all want to do it with your schedule and your business and everything. But we'll add you guys in your emails to the team. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge that together we are, Anisha and I are one of the authors in this book, Rise Up: Women Who Lead, Building Legacy. So you can get your copy from Anisha, my guest today, and make sure that you support her business by purchasing a copy of Rise Up: Women Who Lead, Building a Legacy. You can get it right from her, inthemoment101.com, and I'm sure she'll make sure you get a copy of it. You see how I did that, Anisha?
I see it.
It's teamwork, right? All right. And building each other up. So I'm so glad to have these two ladies on today. Inthemoment101.com. Did anybody have any questions before I disconnect? I don't want to, I'm trying to get better here, getting off the show on time. But I don't want to disregard anybody's comments or questions. Okay.
While we're waiting for that, Kim, we just wanted to personally thank you for allowing us to be able to share, all this good information on here. Because if we can't get this information out, it's only going to sit. But we know that we have so many clients every year. The business grows, and we want to be able to thank all those who support our business. We like to thank our team. I want to thank each other, for what we're doing, and just being able to keep pouring into people's lives and just showing them the importance of working and networking together.
Yes.
Any closing comments from you, Jardé?
I was going to say, Naisha typically wraps it up. She puts that bow on it for us. So thank you.
Listen, everybody, make sure you subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show. We're providing you with this original program content that comes on Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And many times people ask, how can you support the Kim Jacobs Show? And they want to know how you can do that. This is some ways that you can support our program. It is strictly paid for by community members like yourselves, viewers that are watching the program. So any amounts that you provide does help me be able to keep the team that I have and to be able to provide you all with original program content like you've heard today with Anisha and Jardé. So make sure you support the Kim Jacobs Show, or advertise, or do whatever it is that you feel will be a blessing to the program. For the rest of this week, we have some great shows lined up for you. Oh, okay. That's one of the images you can use if you want to support the program as well. But for the rest of this week, we have some great episodes lined up for you. Best Kept Secrets Stay Secret. That's tomorrow, right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. You don't want your best kept secret, which is you, your business, and what you bring to the world to be a secret. It needs to get out from beyond just your door, within your four walls, okay? And then we have coming up, There Must Be Balance. Your Health Matters. Jean Cox Turner is going to be talking to us about that. She's a registered nurse, and she's going to be talking about some of the things that she went through to recognize that her own health mattered. And then we have a songstress among us, indie gospel recording artist, none other than Ivory Morris will be here on the Kim Jacobs Show on Thursday. Man's Misfit, Kingdom's Perfect Fit. Her new single she'll be sharing with us right here, Constantly, is the name of her new single release, and she'll be here on Thursday. And then we have some Freestyle Friday experts coming on this Friday. You never know, you might see Anisha and Jardé again. Right on our Freestyle Friday episode. All right, everybody, that's our show for today. You ladies stay backstage, and I'll talk back with you very shortly. Thank you. Oh, I see a comment. Let me make sure I don't disregard anybody's comment. Oh, just got a break. Have to see the repeat. Kim Langford, you want to go back and see the repeat for sure. She has the KL Experience Company and she does some dynamic work. So I tagged her and hopefully you all will be able to connect as well. But she's talking about our taxes as small business owners. You want to go back and check this out, Kim, for sure. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for opening up and sharing so much key information. Is there one thing, Inacia or Jarday, that you wanted to say and you're like, dang, I didn't get to say that? Say it now, forever hold your peace.
Take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of you.
Okay.
Yes, yes. My last words would be, don't let any of it slip away. The one-stop shop that we offer is there for the taking. So if you haven't started your business, if you haven't gotten your personal credit or your business credit together, all of our consultations are free for every service. Learn about it, take advantage of it. And I promise you, our slogan is, where a moment with us will change your financial future. All you have to do is spend that one free consultation with us, and I promise you it'll change everything moving forward for you and your finances.
Wow. Well, I'm getting my consultation, so just already sign me up for the consultation. And do not get so booked that you can't talk to me, okay? In the moment.
Book now, Kim. Be like the guest and book now.
Okay.
Book and take advantage.
Don't be trying to send me through no general portal.
No, you're going to get us. You're going to get us. I promise you.
In the moment 101.com 610-222-6150 610-222-6150. That's our show for today, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.